Yeah.
My biggest concern is
I'm,
this,
I'm gonna
Maurice.
find it, but go ahead. I'll find it for you.
Yeah, my biggest concern is this. Okay, so for the few that will listen to that nonsense, and I went through the comments, and the one that, and I have no doubt that they're weeding out the comments to leave only the ones that are pro for the video. But the amount of comments that come through that this needs to stop. Why are we always getting picked on? We're always the victim. We always get the bad end of this. That kind of stuff. Again, it's not coincidental. The time of the release before the summer, people are now getting back out. They're not banking on violent activities to persuade you anymore because Beyond's been quiet. And there you have now a call to emotional responses. How do you think this is going to affect the upcoming election? How do you think this is going to affect it?
Oh, the same way it did on the last one, because you got so many people, so many black folks being emotional and being angry and upset about an illusion. You know what I'm saying? And that is ultimately what happens. Listen, I had a guy again. Listen, true story, brother. True story. I
Hmm.
had a guy again. Another one of my cousins called me today. Cuz man, I've been feeling bad, man. I wanted to tell you, man. I've been talking bad about you. I called you crazy, called you a coon, I called you all kind of stuff. I apologize. I see that this Joe Biden is messing up the country. He said that he used to be ashamed to eat ramen noodles. Now he proud of eating ramen noodles, because they expensive as a steak right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Mm.
like people are starting to wake up. So Detroit is not ran by black folks, Corey, not in the last several years. So this one I want to say, Shante, thanks for it. And that's one of our girls. I appreciate you expressing yourself, but I want to break something down from a different angle. Just on the fact alone that Detroit is 77% black, right? So I'm gonna debunk this just from a whole nother angle. Um, whoever they vote in, whoever the blacks vote in, because the blacks are voting people in around there, then blacks are in control
Majority.
of Detroit. They're running Detroit. Not to mention that there are more blacks in office in Detroit than anything. Am I wrong?
Nope, not at all.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so just do your homework, check it out. You know what I'm saying? I know the mayor is white. He's a white guy. He's a Democrat though.
Hey, Democrat. The
Thanks,
police chief is black.
thanks, Terry.
Been the last three chiefs has been black.
Yeah,
The CEO and owner, kind of president of Henry Ford Hospital, which is one of the people in that video,
he
is
black.
black. The
Multiple.
person responsible for outreach and community interaction at DMC,
He black.
is she black?
She black. I mean, she black.
The person that hires for the hospital, he's black.
Black.
All these are positions of high seniority in the hospitals. The
What
same
about
one that they say have a problem with racism.
what about the city councilman?
Those are also majority.
Black.
What's that color? Yeah,
Black.
yeah. Sorry, yes, yes, black.
I'm sorry, brown.
Yeah, that too. Yeah,
Yeah.
brownish
I mean,
black.
same way here. Same way here in South Bend. Um, the mayor's white, but the black people voted him in.
Oh, my bad, my bad. Okay, and see, now I'm gonna have to do this because now I have to, because I was wrong.
Mhm.
Okay, and you know me, I will own up to my wrongness.
Own up, boss.
I will own up to my wrongness. Now, I said it was a majority black. I lied.
I do it. I knew you was finna do something.
Oh, wait. Oh,
Uh-uh, uh-uh,
oh,
uh-uh, uh-uh.
oh. That one's
No,
a
no, no, no.
Hispanic
Yeah,
lady.
that might be
Yeah,
that might not be black right there.
that's colored.
Well,
That,
wait,
that
the one lady my color. 50,
this
50.
one here. No, she black.
No, 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 she
That's
black. I'm talking about
that's
the
a
first
black.
one.
This one.
Yeah.
Yeah, she definitely black.
Dang, she black too.
Yeah, they're all black. This is the city council in Detroit, Michigan.
Again,
Again,
and
they're
no
run by
disrespect,
black people. They're run
and
by
no
black.
disrespect that Detroit is ran by black people.
Yes, run by black.
I mean, one thing that you got to understand is that we typically, now I ain't gonna say typically, we don't speak on things that we don't know. We look into these things, we check this stuff out before we open our mouths. So we already knew that um, coming in before we hit the button. So just keep in mind, man, that these people are black. Now, speaking of the crime rate and other things that can be done, so it would have been easier and more effective if Oprah would go there and just listen, here goes a simple one: health seminars. Health seminars.
Well,
Just teach people how to eat.
she prefer Jenny Craig.
Oh,
She has to have sponsorship to make this. She has to make money
that's
on
right.
it
If it ain't
somehow.
sponsorship, it ain't going.
Mhm.
Yeah. Teach people how to eat. You'd be surprised how many people don't know how to eat or eat healthy. You don't know that some people don't know that one of the biggest things that we need to stop doing is cooking with grease, Crisco, and all that, and butter. Grape seed oil. Grape seed oil. Just have a class. Look, give us a grant. Give up $1 million grant so people can do seminars on how to eat.
Okay, if you want to talk about systematic racism, let's talk about it because it's in the room. The elephant's in the room. Okay, it's just sitting in the corner waiting for somebody to say elephant. All right. People talk about systematic racism is in the police force, it's in the governmental system, all that stuff. I say it exists 100%, but not in the way you think it exists, people. It's systematic racist and what do you call it? Enablement. It's racist enablement. Okay, say for instance, my kid. Okay, my child has a problem in school, and he is constantly acting up. At home, we don't deprive him of much, and he's not having a bad home life, but he decides to act out in school. My ignorant behind goes to the school, and I go and have a problem with the principal and the teachers of how they handle him. Then he comes home, and I tell him, look, I fully understand why you would be acting out in school because, school's kind of tough. But in the future, if you do it, just make sure they don't find out. Then he acts out again. Didn't I ask you not to let them find out? You don't address the problem, but you tell them to try and hide their behavior. You don't go to the person causing the problem. You go to the school and you tell the school just ignore what they're doing
And leave them alone.
and leave them alone. That is systematic racism. It's not the type that they try to push like Oprah's trying to push. It's the kind where people tell you that you can't do it, and it's the kind where people tell you it's okay to do it because of the color of your skin. You see, like for us, we can have systematic racism put on us. You know how? Oh, you can't think like that. Black people don't think like that. That is racism. Or how come you don't think like that? You ain't black. That's racism. That's pervasive. Everywhere you look, that's pervasive. But as to tell me that the systematic racism that exists is cops against black, no, that's not where it is. We are notorious in America, especially liberal white folks. I'm sorry, I'm going to say it. Liberal white people are notorious for enabling poor behavior by black people.
Mm.
And liberal black people are notorious for trying to defend stupid behavior by black people. Now, do all black people behave this way? No, of course not. Obviously not, because there are tons of us that make it. And the ones that do make it don't have time to look back and tell others, oh, see, no, we don't have time for that because we're progressing. We have a mindset of forward movement. I
Mhm.
can't move forward looking backwards because I might trip on something. I can't do that. I may want to help you, but not until I reach my destination. And when I get to my destination, I'll tell you how to get there. That's systematic racism. So don't get it for what Oprah's trying to push. And this is my biggest concern. Like I said, when election time comes around, I guarantee you money. Take this down as a prediction. They're going to harp to get the black vote. They're going to do this. Do you remember how poorly you guys were treated during COVID? You remember
Mhm.
how hard things were?
Oh man.
Man, it was so hard. And we have a solution for you. The solution is vote for us. And then we will implement our solution. They won't tell you the solution. They'll say we have a plan and we'll get it, but we have to remain in power to do it. And you know what will happen? This is also my prediction. Nothing.
Nothing.
Why? Because they're trying to keep you enabled in your poor behavior, poor eating, Look, that's why they won't have a class. That's why they won't have anything through the DSHS to give you a better eating schedule. They won't even change the type of food that you can get on food stamps.
They constantly
Why?
just poison the food.
Yeah, because why break something that's working? It's working, and it's working well.
And why would they change it? Because we just listen, we accept it. Look at all the stuff that Biden promised. I'm waiting.
Remember, he promised bad half care.
And
We still ain't get that yet.
we still didn't get the we ain't got none of that. And then he get up there, and when what's the one clown that was talking about, he spoke at the last speech he did, and he started laughing and making jokes about the economy, and Joe Biden was over there laughing.
Trevor Noah.
Yeah, Trevor Noah was making comments, making jokes about the economy, which that he's a comedian. Okay, so he making jokes about the economy, that he didn't do nothing wrong. He's telling jokes, which
It's Biden. That's my problem is with
yeah,
him.
and then Biden is over there cracking. I'm talking about cracking up laughing. Now you can say, well, he was in a. I heard one lady say, well, he was in a tough position. How do we laugh? How do we not? But the thing is, he didn't laugh about the jokes about Hunter. When Hunter name come up, wasn't nothing funny. But when you talk about the economy
And
and
us.
how it's affecting people and how people are starving and losing their jobs and losing their companies and losing their homes, that's funny. That's funny. But this is what we got. And also when Biden got in, what did he tell them black folks? I did enough, and that's it, that's enough. And I don't want to hear it anymore. And you're going to be answering to the Hispanics. That's what he told us. That was his answer. That we better get ready to start answering to the Hispanics. You know what I'm saying?
Plain and simple. And,
Mhm.
and look, they'll always tell you, and that's why I can't put. No, so one of the ladies is a doctor, black doctor, Philadelphia black doctor. I'll let that marinate for a bit. Okay, grew up in Philly, black female doctor.
Mhm.
So all the things that she should not have done, she somehow managed to do. But I digress. Creates a conglomeration of other black doctors, which also she shouldn't have been able to accomplish. Anyway, what's it like for black people to get health care in America? Well, it's like climbing a greasy flagpole.
That's crazy, man.
Really? Is it? Has it been that way for you?
No.
Has it really been like climbing a greasy flagpole to get health care?
No. No. No.
Huh.
No. It's easy. I mean, you do it right on the computer. Oh, I forgot.
We can't use computers.
Biden said it. We can't use I forgot, man. My fault.
Okay, look, I have been through the ringer with pain. Okay, everybody knows I've been injured. I had a job as a security installation guy for home security systems, right? Um, and I was making pretty good money, and I had insurance. Black guy with a job, insurance in America. Apparently, that's an anomaly. So I'll count myself as really being special. Um, so I got insurance. Had a shoulder injury. The insurance paid for the majority of it. I paid for the rest of it. Had to. When I got a different job, then I had union insurance. Injury, that was covered. No more job because I'm fully injured. I had government insurance. Had surgery. It was just fine. So don't hand me this nonsense that because you have government-based insurance that you get worse care. I live in predominantly white area. Well, right now it's predominantly white. Then next is Hispanic, and then like 9 black people. So you're telling me by the ratio, if it's white people that are problems, right? I
Mhm.
should have very poor interactions with the hospital because I'm black. The healthcare system is what the problem has with black people, right? So I should have, in a predominantly white, I should be completely and utterly be without care. Ironically, I have not been. Go
If
to
it
Detroit though, when it's predominantly black, so
it's a
obviously it's
problem.
not race.
Yeah.